Welcome back, everybody. This is William Hall Auto Interiors. We do auto upholstery work, and this is the next thing on the agenda. Is this armrest? You see how it's coming apart? A lot of these old cars, trucks, all of them come apart like this, and a lot of times it splits. You see right here how it's split, and it turns up like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this armrest. We're going to start from the ground up. Hey, Jane. We're going to start from the ground up. This is a live video, and this is my foam. So this is what we're going to put on it. This foam is very dense, and it's called a closed cell pad, closed cell foam. So we're going to take this right here. I'm going to gauge it, and I'm going to cut it down. So first things first is we're going to go out here, and we're going to clean this up. You know, it's kind of hard to stick glue to something like this right here. It's kind of hard. So we're going to start and clean this right here up. All that rust off of it. You can do this with a wire brush. I've seen some people take and soak it. So you can soak it in some solution like vinegar or some crap like that. But we don't have time for that because we'll just take the blaster and hit it. I'm gonna let Wesley hold the cam. I got any questions? Just refer it to Wesley. I am gonna take this. I don't like getting sand in my hair, down my shirt, so I am gonna take this and cover my head up.
Hey, Jane. Yeah, he's worried about his hair. It's about 70 degrees out here today.
All right, so there you have it. It's back like it was whenever it was new. Took all the rust off of it. There is different ways. If you don't have access to a sandblaster, you can take and wire brush that down or clean it up somehow like that. But if you got the tool, you might as well use it. So so here we are. This piece right here that goes down in here, right in here. I'm going to attempt to try to use that part right in there, just because it's got the curve and stuff like that. So Wesley's going to come back here with me to the saw, and we're going to cut this little section right here out. So
I'm playing Chase the William today.
all right. We use this little bandsaw right here on all kind of little projects. So you see it's thick, it's that high. So what I want to do is I'm just going to cut this soft part right here off. Which way do I want to go? Like this. Don't want to lose a digit, so I'm just trying to keep it away from that. All right. This part right here, I'm gonna try to use that right there. I know it don't look great, but it's better than not having nothing down in there. I mean, I could spend a lot of time trying to form that, so I don't want to spend that much time on this. I'm just wanting to cover it and make it look good. Like maybe put it back on like that, and you can tell this right here is I'm thinking that went up under there like that. Yeah, like that. All right, so that's my piece, and see I still got my shape right in here. Okay. All right. They make, like I said at the beginning of the video, they make different densities of this. I got some back there that's closed cell. It's sort of like a what do you call it, Wesley? Like a float, like you would use in a pool. This will float. It don't hold water. So I'm going to take this, and I'm thinking the piece right here looks like it is about, what would you say, Wesley? Maybe, is that 5/8 maybe? That's probably about 5/8. So I'm going to come back here to the saw, and I'm going to cut this about 5/8 off. But before I do it, I want to get me some kind of marks on here so I know about where I'm at. Like this. I got me some chalk right here. I'm just going to chalk it. And I want to go around this a little bit wider than what it is. So all right. So there's my marks right here. I want to go a little bit out, maybe about right along there when I do this. And then I cut it down a little bit, and we'll go from there. Now, whenever I was looking at that piece up there, dilate. I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. All right. So now, it looked to me like that could be curved in. You know what I mean? Like it's. Let me go up here and get my other piece. All right, you can look right here. This piece right here needs to go down in here. I could might put a little piece in there, like glue a little piece in there and make it flat. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That might be the easiest way. So I'm just going to cut me a couple little pieces off here. All right, what I'll do is I'll put these on here, and then I'll trim them down.
Yes, this is the same car we've been working on, the Caprice. This is just the door panel part.
Right.
We got the dash put in this morning and it looked really good in the car. The air's outside still.
Yeah. Walk out there and show them that dash in that car with. And that way I can be gluing this right here and give me a little bit of time to get right there.
Like I say, the dash looks pretty good. All one piece. Like I say, got the contour and all in it from the factory look. Color's a little off, but everything in this car is faded, a different blue. Like I say, the car's supposedly got 30-something thousand miles on it, but it does. And it surprised me. And of course, all our junk that we keep walking around. Yeah, the dash fit pretty easy. It wasn't hard to put back in.
So all I did was just cut a little thin piece off of here, like this, and make this a little bit thinner of what's going on top of the armrest. Makes it a little bit easier to bend also. Also, if you look right here, that's got a dip. You see where it dips down right in here? Right there?
More of a contour.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of contour to it. So we're going to take and stick this piece right here back on. Come right in here, go back up under here. right there. All right, what I'm thinking is this piece right here. That's where the screw holes go through, right there. See? Right there, just like that. I'm looking to see if it's got any bends in it, like looking down through here to see how warped up it is. It's a little on the warped up side. You can tell somebody's been yanking on it. Just trying to eyeball it. Make sure that I can kind of bend this out. Right here, I want to make sure that this part is glued right in here. Okay, that part looks like that's kind of opened. You can tell this part right here is bent. Probably been snatched on, jerked on. Ain't never been showed no consideration, I'm sure. Oh shit. It's made out of nothing.
Yeah, it's thin metal. It ain't very thick.
Yeah. Yeah. It is very, very thin.
It don't take much to twist it.
Okay. So we got all that back in place just like that. I'm gonna letting that dry just a tad, then I'll stick it back. Like that. Okay. All right. So we're close. You know, I ain't saying that we're dead on the money, but we are close. So we're gonna take this. I wanted it. Put them pieces back on there. Put this piece back on here.
It's 70 degrees
I had to
outside.
take my shirt off. My jacket. All right. Let that dry just a tad. We're going to take this bread cutter. Or a turkey carver, or an electric knife, whichever one you want to call it. All right. We use that for all types of things, right down to if we're gonna make a sandwich, we use that. All we did was level it up. That's all I wanted to do, was right here. Level it up where this piece right here is not bending down on the edge. And if you look right here, that's a little high. So take all the height off of it. You want it to where whenever it lays down, I mean, it's going to lay down right. Okay, we got that. We're going to take this tan piece, and this is the piece right here that I'm going to use to do the leveling part on this, because I want it smooth. I don't want it lumpy. Just let that air blow on it. Not cool it down, but just let the air blow on it. where I can stick it. Okay. So now I'm just going to stick this piece here. Level it up. Just like that. If you look, you can see it's dipped. It goes down. Can they see it? Where it goes down in them grooves right there. All right. So now I'm just going to take this piece right here, back there to the saw. Yeah, to the saw. And I'm going to slice that off. It just slices off so much easier than I can do it by hand. So this is the little sewing machine gauge right here. So I'm just going to take it and make it really thin. I just wanted it smooth. I just wanted it smooth along the edge to level all that out. Where whenever I put this piece up there, it's going to be smooth. I want this smooth as I can get it. You can take a grinder and grind that right there down and make it smooth. I just am in a little bit more of a hurry. You know, that's why I'm using a saw. And we'll go from here. All right, so now since I got that pretty much flat, this is real thick, it's stiff. We're gonna come here, spray a little bit on here. I'm gonna say right about here. Hello. I didn't. Yeah, I'll let him out just so they finish this video. All right. All right, so if you look, it's level because I've added that piece to it. It really looks level. So I'm gonna come in here, cut this section right here out on my handle, just like that. I don't know why that is that far back, but it looks like it's right. And that right there looks like it's right. little split in there. I don't know how I got that in there. Maybe from the saw. All right, you see that's a little bit, you can look right here and tell how wide that was. This right here is a little bit wide right here. So what you can do is you can come right here, take and cut your little section of this off. That right there is my gauge. You can look right there and see how wide it hung over. So I'll come right here. It looks real close down here on this end. Close. Close on the counts and horseshoes. But this right here has got to be just right. Right here. Right here. I believe I'm stepping a little high there, Wesley. We want that line right there straight. And there it is. So I'll take it back here to the saw. I'll just cut a straight line, and then we'll taper these edges right here. There's our armrest. I would say it's really flat. Look at that rough piece of paper right there, Wes. We're just gonna take and smooth that up a little. No need to try to take too much off of it. All I wanted is barely round. And that's round. This side right here really didn't look like it was very round. It was like this side was, but so that's pretty much where we're at. Our handle, it still looks like it'll work, like down in that groove right in here. Put a little glue on there. Have we got company with?
That's the guy with the truck out there.
Oh.
I figured he was back to pick it up.
We got so much stuff to do that we can't keep up with it sometimes. All right. We'll let this dry just a little bit. Is this my new knife? We're going to come right here. This is the door lock. The door lock hole. I could have possibly cut that a little crooked. But I can straighten it back up. I don't know why foam rubber dulls a knife so quick. This is a brand new knife. Okay. All right, so there's our little hole that this lock right here goes into. All right. I'm going to take and square that up with this little grinder. Like I said, if you got the tool, you might as well just use it. So now I'm sure this right here fit in there like that. Even though the lock looks worn out, he didn't bring us no new one. I mean, he can change that later on.
I had a question, bro.
What?
Canadian trucker said he's just getting started in upholstery. What does the do's and don'ts of estimating a job?
If you don't want to lose, do it about an hour. If you don't know, I would say do it about an hour.
That's how this job is. We're keeping up with the hours.
Yeah, we're keeping up with the hours on it. Sometimes you might wind up getting a job that you think it's going to be simple. And we did pull the backing off of that because we're going to have to go down into here, into that groove. So I'm just going to leave it a little long on that side. Heat it up. I'm thinking I'm going to put it at an angle like this and curve it right in here. Like twist it, the material. Like you see that's not straight. So I'm going to heat this up. Pay close attention. I had done sprayed this before I went to lunch because I wanted this part right here to be done. All right, so I'm going to stretch it on this back side right here. All right, I'm going to stretch it right here like that. And then I'm making a U shape. I'm pulling it back up on this side to give myself this slack that's going to have to be in here. We're just going to manipulate it to where it will have the slack that we need to go down in this hole. And believe me, it's got one. I'm just pushing it down with my thumb. Sometimes when you stretch that, it don't want to do exactly right, but if you look, I am pushing it down. I have had to go back in here and like undo it right in there and glue it again. But you see, I can always work that right there out. And the glue had come off. If you don't let it cure out enough, you know I'm in a hurry. So if you don't let it cure out enough, sometimes it just will not dry that quick. You can't rush it sometimes. It just won't do it. Heat this up. Does it want to act right? Nope. Does it ever? All right. I'm going to turn this over right here. I sprayed it a little bit ago, so we're going to come right here. I'm going to catch the corner first. I might can melt that together. That's something else I'll show you. You can, when this vinyl is like this, you can come in here and melt it back together to itself. Sometimes you got to do that to make it stay. If my grandboys wanted to learn this type of work, probably wouldn't be putting this stuff on YouTube. You know, because they would want to learn it, and I would probably be spending too much time trying to show them. But unfortunately, they said nope, they don't want to. So this is what it is. It's getting there. I guess they want to work for somebody else. Okay. I'm just going to take the back of that knife and push that down. Once I melt that in, you'll see it start to smoke just a little bit. You don't want it to smoke too much. It like to burnt through right there. Well, it did just a little bit on that metal, didn't it? Woo! And then melt it down. It will melt down to itself. That will be up under it, so it won't be seen. It was close. That's how fast you can mess up, and wish you hadn't done something. Yeah. Woo! There you go. All right, both of them right there has come up. Well, that one has, and that one. All right, right here, what I'm gonna have to do is, to finish the job, I'm gonna have to let that sit. I mean, I just can't rush to glue it; just won't rush. So, but we'll go down the line and finish this right here as far as we can to the edge, and you can get the gist of what we're attempting to do. Cut some of that off.
No, this is not the 4-way stretch vinyl. This is
This some crap I know.
we took the backing off of it like we did on the dash.
This part right in here, that's down in this groove, I'm gonna have to let that dry. It really needs to dry to the touch, but that way it won't pull off. But if you don't let it dry and rush it like I did, this is gonna be what's gonna happen. I mean, some of these glues, you just can't rush them. They don't care who you are, and they don't care how many YouTube videos you make.
Or how many tools you buy from China Freight.
That's right. It don't care. You can go out to China Freight all you want to, and it don't care. That glue has a mind of its own sometimes. But you can take this vinyl without no backing on it, and you can stretch it real easy. Thing is getting the backing off of it.
And that was in a previous video we showed how to do that with the acetone on the back of it to pull it off.
All right, so there you go. Once this part right here dries on the inside, if I seal it up, if I go over it and it's not dry, it's going to be like sealing it up with a lid on a jar. It's not going to dry. I mean, it can just take right on and right on. So the thing you do is you wait and give it time. And then whenever I stick this right here down, heat it up and stick that down, that's going to make a decent looking armrest, you know? And so basically that right there is the way, right? Scrape that glue off, excess. So this is what it's supposedly to look like when it's finished. Other than this little crease right down in here, and I can easily get that right there because we got plenty of vinyl to go down in here. Make it look nice and neat. So I've got to wait to do that. I mean, we can't sit around and watch wet paint dry, you know, so we're going to have to do this right here and give that glue time. And then once it dries and we stick that down, it's going to look pretty decent. And it's going to look better than that switch, than that lock switch. A lot better than that. This switch would look better if I scraped all the chrome off of it and painted it black. Honest, it would. Because and this stuff right here can cut your finger. See? So if we painted it gray or painted it any color besides what it is, all that flaked off chrome. So we could take a real soft wire brush, possibly, and get that off. And it goes right here where we punched that hole in there. This right here is the bracket. So this is supposed to come out. Well, I'll buy him a switch. Shit.
I always push that in. And
it's so rusty. It's so rusty.
Those will pull out too. Those clips.
Yeah. Hey, it was already broke right here anyway, and broke right in here anyway. And if you look at all the corrosion and stuff that's on the back side of it, shit, it needed replacing. I got one somewhere. I just had to locate it. I did him a favor when I broke it. So
as you keep dropping it.
Yeah. So really, I don't know where one is, but I know I got one. I mean, we saved a lot of stuff over the years, so I got one. It can't look no damn worse, no matter what mine looks like. So anyway, I wish we could go ahead and like finish it up and show you, but I'm telling you, that glue right there has to cure. It has to dry. In these deep spots that go down like this, it has to dry. So at this point, that's your armrest. That's what it looks like. Versus, that's what it looked like. So it's gonna look a lot better. Hey, thanks. Maybe we'll see y'all next time on the next video.